Rani. So, Rani, like just before starting, can you please give me a short introduction about yourself?
Yeah, sure, Faraj. My name is Rani Ambati.
And before starting, like I request if you can please turn on your camera.
Sure.
You can take your time.
Okay. Yeah, hi, Faraj.
Yes, oh, it's good. So you can start.
Yeah, okay. My name is Rani. Sorry. My name is Rani Ambati. I'm from Telangana. Currently, I'm living in Hyderabad location.
Right.
Currently, I'm working in TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. I have 2.5 years experience on CPA. Yeah, that's it, Faraj.
CP, like on CPI or on which?
Yeah, CPA.
On CPI.
Yeah.
Sure, great. Then it's fine. So you are well known about SuccessFactor, Postman, and CPI tools, right?
Yeah. Now, in the training, I learned success factors.
So you're already having 2.5 years of experience. So
Yeah, I
like
have
I
experience means in IT only, but
Hmm.
CP I don't have any hands-on experience. That's why I'm
Oh, okay,
joining
okay.
here.
Got it. I was thinking like you have 2.5 years of
No, no, no. In that, take some leaves, all that things, and sometimes I have one bench. So time is going on, but I don't have any hands-on experience. That
sorry,
is a
my
problem
internet.
but
Yes, my internet
to take
fluctuates.
new projects
Hmm.
in TCS. So I'm here to learn
So
CPA.
let's start with Rani with you got few the questions. You have gone through SuccessFactor and
Yeah.
the rest like you have completed Postman trainings also.
Yes.
So I'm starting from the basic of SuccessFactors only. So
Yeah.
like
Sure.
what's the common structure you have seen in SuccessFactor in learning? So like can you please explain me like what's the basic role of SuccessFactor in this integrations or in the complete scenario on which we are learning? What's the role of SuccessFactor?
Like purpose, right? You ask.
I'm asking about like in basic terms if I'm saying what is a success factor?
Okay. Sure. Success factor is a software as a service. Um, um, like success factor is a human capital management maintain tool. It's a tool, a success factor, to
Mhm.
use or maintain the employee data.
All
Like
right.
we have TCS, we have a, company TCS. We have many data. Like we have 5 lakh more people, right? We
Yeah,
maintain.
like all companies have their own success factors and they
Yes,
utilize it. So it's simply we can say it's a cloud solution or HRMS tool or HCM tool where we are managing the capital or like human capital systems, like we are managing up all that, right?
yes,
Right.
yes.
So in this success factor, we have different modules. So can you name few of the modules like which you have learned here in this training?
Different models.
Yes.
Success factors have employee central.
Right.
Uh, Sorry.
Sadaf, can you mute yourself? Some background voices. Okay, yes, now you can say Rani.
Yeah, we have we have models like employee central and I'm not get other models, but we have employee central. In that employee central, we maintain.
Like, have you heard about RCM, onboarding, offboarding? Like, these are basic
Yeah, yeah,
common
yeah,
tools
yeah.
what we have in
They are
SuccessFactors.
also model. I,
Hmm.
Yes, we have
So
onboarding of
recruitment, yes,
and my
recruitment
employee
management.
files.
O- Okay, great. Moving further, do you know like what's the process flow of each of the modules in SuccessFactors?
Process flow means I didn't get your question. Please
Process flow,
explain.
like I'm giving an example. Like first of all, if if any company is hiring any candidate or getting any candidate from the from these colleges or from any third party tools like Naukri or Monster, we have job sites. So like I would like to know the process of this complete procedure from candidate hiring to candidate onboarding and the employees information set up in SuccessFactor, then what all the things are used in SuccessFactor in a basic term only, like with the module functions.
Yeah, okay. In SuccessFactor, one we need to add one employee. Uh, in the SuccessFactor, we have to search for add new employee,
Then
and we
you
can.
are going in some functional details. I don't need this functional technical details. I just want to know that like what's the process when some candidate coming.
Okay. First, we need to add the employee details in the SuccessFactors.
No, like I would like to say that it will be basically I'm asking of the modules now. So first of all, candidate hiring is done.
Yeah, yeah,
So to hire a candidate, one position needs to be created in SuccessFactor or in any organization. First of all, the position gets created. On that position, we did marketing or we post the job sites, like we put the notification of job sites. Once the candidate applying on that, then candidate comes for RCM, like candidate recruitment procedure. Recruitment procedure gets completed, then candidate goes into onboarding. Then from onboarding, once candidate gets onboarding completed, then he comes into Employee Central. This is the flow. Employee Central is the root model, or we can say core HR model. Core HR means every details of the employee maintained in Employee Central only. Then from Employee Central, candidates information goes to bank details for ECP. ECP means Employee Central payroll, and from there, employee gets their salaries. Like last of all, the module is offboarding. Once any candidate get terminated or if anyone is resigning, then he goes into offboarding. So there are 5 different modules from candidate hiring to offboarding, like termination or resignation. So this is the process flow of the site.
okay.
Hmm. So like in EC, like what I have looked up, like you have done some candidate, like you had added candidate in Employee Central directly. So while adding a candidate, what all the necessary or mandatory informations you need to fill up in that form while adding a candidate?
Adding means
You are,
hiring a.
you are yes, hiring. You are just describing that thing, na? So I would like to know what are the mandatory things while adding an employee in the Employee Central.
Okay, mandatory things means personal details
Right,
and employee job details.
right,
Yeah. In personal details, we have sub-models, right? Biographical details and personal details and mail information like that, all personal details. In the employment job details means we have a job details and organization details. Um, this is
right,
the,
right. Hmm.
these are the mandatory fields.
Out of these, there are nothing mandatory on that.
I think we have,
Yes,
but
we have we
I
have
didn't.
work schedule. We have work schedule. Like if any employee is coming into organization, then he will have work schedule also now. Like what is the shift timings for that particular employee, or or like it will be not like that. No? Like if any employee wish to work any time in the day, then he can go and work. He will be having a particular schedule, like from 9 to 5 or from 12 to 10 at the night, or maybe there are a few different shifts in the
It's also
organization.
mandatory.
And he will also get the holiday calendar list. Like these all things come into work schedule only. And we have some work location also, that is mandatory, and that comes under employee job information only. But that work location part is something that is an additional in categories. So these are mandatory things, basic mandatory things. But out of this also there are few which you can see much in, like while adding an employee, you can see there. And
Yes.
they will be the
Uh,
most important thing will be there, the compensation. Compensation means while hiring an employee, adding an employee, you define their compensation details also. Right?
Yes.
So these four things: employee personal information, job information, their work schedule, and compensation information are the mandatory things to enter. Yes, Sadaf, you're saying something?
yeah, actually, I was telling you that I'm dropping right now, and after Rani, Ashish will be there, and I'm going and informing those two. Okay,
Sure.
is it okay, right? All right,
Yeah, it's
bye.
fine.
Yeah, you guys carry on.
Yes, Rani. So if have you gone through foundation objects in such easy, like you have gone moreover on that only employee central. So in employee central, we have few foundation objects. So have you gone
Yeah.
through those foundation objects?
Yes. We have foundation objects like emp job per personal and per personal details.
Employment is not there.
Yeah, emp
Like
job
if I'm
means
talking about
employee
foundation,
job
if I'm talking
information.
about foundation objects, so there are three categories in this. So can you name those all three categories?
Yeah, I'm said that one that only. In
Yeah.
foundation objects, we have uh, per personal details and emp job details, like employment job details,
Okay. And
and per person details.
no, person you already told up.
Per personal is per person is for different.
Per person, per personal, that comes under one only.
Okay. Foundation objects we have right, sorry, organization and job and pay details and also workflow details, right?
Okay, now you are going right on the track. Then we have person object, then we have employment object. So it's not the foundation object in one case, okay?
Yeah, I'm clubbing all these things, I think, right?
Yes, yes. So if I'm talking about employee central foundation objects, like you have named four now: organization, job, pay, and workflow. So can
Yes.
you name like few of the things like which we use in basic terms? Like if I'm talking about organization, so I'm giving an example for few. Like if I'm choosing an organization, then there will be division, department, something like this. So can you name in terms of organization, like what will be the basic things required up there?
Organization, we have like a legal entity, department, division. You said like this one,
Yeah,
right?
legal entity is the basic node from where we get all the things attached. Like what in terms, like in general terms, what we call legal entity. Can you name that?
And legal entity means, for example, we need to start a company in India. We need to
Hmm.
take a legal entity like Brightage Brightage India. Like we need
Hmm.
to take the
So in general terms, like you mean to say that it's a company name or company code,
company. Sorry,
company name.
yeah, company name means yeah, Brightage.
Hmm.
Means we need
Legal
to take
entities, yes, legal entities refers to the company name.
yeah, we need to take
All
a
right.
legal name, right?
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, specific country.
So if I'm going in person object, like of these foundation objects, we have person objects also. So what will be the things coming under person object?
Person objects we have person details.
Mm. Biographical, dependent, other details, right?
Maybe I don't know. Yeah.
Coming in like what we call an open data protocol. What's an open data protocol, Rani?
Open data protocol.
Right.
I'm not sure. Open data.
Like have you
I
like
that
gone
word.
through?
Sorry.
Yes, maybe you have heard because you have completed SuccessFactor and Postman trainings also now. So in Postman, you have heard about creating queries and
Yeah.
like creating some OData queries up there. Have you heard
Yes.
that?
Yes.
So what's the OData?
OData means REST APIs, right?
No, OData is the Open Data Protocol.
Okay. Yeah. I listened that
And
word, but
what is this? It's a standardized protocol for creating and consuming data APIs. Like consuming and creating means like we are creating the APIs and using these OData APIs to get the information from SuccessFactor, to fetch the information from SuccessFactor. So in SuccessFactor, in general terms, we have OData API data dictionary. Have you gone through that?
OData API dictionaries. Yeah.
Yes, API data
Yeah, in
dictionary.
SuccessFactors, right?
So you may have seen there are few entities are there, right?
Yes.
So do you know how entities are managed in hierarchy or entity navigations?
Managing means what's your question?
Entity navigations. From one
Entity.
entity to second entity, we can flow,
Oh,
right?
yeah. No.
Hmm.
We need
So,
to.
so I need to understand like this only. Like you need to fetch up one information from SuccessFactor, and I need the employee job information and employee personal information. Two things.
Okay.
So using one query, how you can fetch it?
Yeah, we need to query person information, right?
Yes, person information.
We need to use a person nav.
How you can be use that?
You ask what? I didn't get your question.
Like how
I'm
can we
telling
navigate? How can
what
we
the bot
navigate in
we
that?
using in Postman.
Mhm.
We need to take
Just tell me,
purpose.
like we will come on details later on. Just
Okay.
tell me what will be the parent entity there.
Okay. Parent entity.
Right.
We need to first go in SuccessFactor emp job. In that we have per, per personal nav.
No, not from EMP job. EMP job will be the parent entity. You went in to write that. But from EMP job, we need to go to EMP employment, then from employment to person nav. Person
Emp,
nav is not directly linked to employee job.
okay, after employee job, we need to go emp employment. Yes, I missed that one. After that, we need to go person nav, right?
Right, all right, fine. That's great. So in success factor only, like if I'm taking an example word, like we have MDF objects. Have you heard about MDF objects?
MDF.
MDF, right?
I think
No.
no.
So these are custom functions or custom objects which we can create. Like we have standard objects functions like foundation object, person object, or employment object. Like this, we can create MDFs also, which is metadata function, a custom metadata function, right?
Okay.
So while creating a user in Employee Central, like suppose I have created one user in SuccessFactor with name as Rani, and I have inactivated that user. Like that user is not active right now, right? And I'm getting the employee job information and personal information from the parent entity, job information and person information. So what all information I will get?
The person is inactive, right?
Yes, is inactive.
Okay. Can you repeat once your question?
Yes, and the question is that like the employee is inactive right now, and I'm fetching the employee information using employee job entity and person entity
Okay.
with navigation. So what information I will get in my query?
We are getting not found, right?
No, we will get employee job information, but in person information, we get some data as null.
That person inactive, right? How to
Yes,
get
person.
the all the details?
Yeah, details will come up because person active or inactive doesn't matter on that. But there will be few things like once an employee is inactive, then few things are there which will become as null. The data will not come on those fields. And while at the second side, there is one entity. If an employee is inactive also, you can use user information, and using user information, you can get all the details. If the person is active or inactive, that doesn't matter. It's very important part to learn over there. So in Employee Central, you have created a user, you have gone through some, have you gone through workflow?
I don't have much, I think.
Okay, OData API dictionary, you have gone up there. Uh, have you created any position, legal entities, department, divisions?
I
You
get
have
it.
gone through, okay. Mhm.
Yes.
So what's the pick list? Pick list in SuccessFactors.
Yeah. Picklist is we have options to pick many chances.
Like it's a drop down list coming up
Yes,
using
yeah,
pick
drop
list,
down
right?
list. Yeah,
Mm. Yes, because in interviews, like if something questions coming up like this, so you have to be very confident while saying these things, like it's a drop down thing, and we get multiple options in that to choose up. Like if I'm saying a pick list for country is created, so if I'm going to select a country and I'm using a pick list option there, so I can get a drop down list of many countries, and I can choose any country from there. Like if I'm Indian, I'm choosing India. If anyone is from UK or from USA, from Australia, they can choose Australia, USA, UK as well. So in the drop down list, many countries will come up there, right? You're
yes.
going good. Like in this time, like how much time you have spent on success factor up till now?
Means daily basis.
Yes, daily basis also, and like you have gone through the lectures also.
Yeah, I go to the lectures. Maybe daily half an hour.
Good, great. That needs to require like if you are moving up with your career now, it's very good to learn all the things. So in success factor, we have few things in employee central. Like employee central, like categorizing up these things now. So we have like if going in advance, so we have work schedule. So have you gone through any work schedule like time and attendance thing or time sheets? No,
No.
no. We'll cover up that later. So coming up on Postman now. So in Postman, have you practiced something?
Yeah.
Have you done any practice? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yes.
what all like before starting with the Postman, we have one thing called API. So what is an API?
In Postman.
Yeah. In general, in all the terms, like if I'm talking about success factor, I'm talking about Postman. I'm asking about API. What is an API here?
API means middleware, right? Business layer.
No. Any general term? I think Kabir has
API is
teach
we
you all
need.
these things. Yeah,
I have
because it's the
one
basic thing.
example. I don't know.
I'm
It is
sorry.
right now.
Sorry.
In the user interface, we need to get the. We need to enter the password, right? That time API is using middleware.
Going more over in technical terms, like I'm asking the basic question only. You are going in the
How
implementation phase. You are
to
going in the development phase.
how to tell this? I don't know.
API is an application programming interface. In basic terms, we say this, and it's like an interface of software that allows like two different applications can communicate with each other using API. So it allows two different application to talk to each other.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
APIs are like an accessible way, or it's a way to access or extract or share the data within the organization or across the organization. Within means like if I'm transferring something from my system to your system, then I'm using some sort of network, some sort of internet, some sort of things in that. So if I'm sharing one information from here to the third party application which is sitting in UK or USA, I can send that also. But what means of communication we are using? We are using networks, and we're using packet transfer. We are using some protocols over there like TCP, UDP, these protocols. But in terms of using API now, What is an API? An API works like that. Like if I have a success factor, that success factor is using an API tool to give information to any third party systems. Like I'm not giving complete access to my system. Success factor is not giving complete access to third parties, but third parties can, what they can do, they can use API tool given by success factor, and they can extract the information from success factor. Like how you did this in Postman. Postman is a API client tool. This helps to learn or to do some testings and debug things or etc on this. So Postman hits a query, writes a URL query over there, write some conditions, give some select operations, and there is one username and password method is given up. Now other methods are also used, like IDP token. Other methods are also used. So we using user ID and password, we hit the success factor and we extract the information from there. That's how we do, right?
Yes.
So API is an application programming interface tool, which helps, like this is the base of the integrations now. Now, if you are going to learn integration, so integration is moreover about these things only. Integrations help two applications to communicate with each other or to transfer data from one source to other target system. In between, what we do, we process the data as per the requirements. We process the data as per the requirements. There will be some logics also will be implemented up there. Like if data is coming in some different format, we need to prepare it in another format. Like from source system, many raw data are coming, like thousands of fields or thousands of income inputs are coming from there. And then target system have a specific limit to accept the requirement or accept the data. So using integrations at the middleware, we are transforming the data. We are processing the information in a required manner, and we are giving that to the target system. So this is all about integrations, which is using APIs in between.
Yeah. Okay, great.
In general terms, like what we call, like as an example, what we have shown in the classes also, like how APIs work, you can understand in that manner. Like if you have went in a restaurant and you are giving an order to an to who is coming to a desk, like we call it up. I cannot remember the name. A waiter, like yes, a waiter comes to your table and he get your order and he writes your order and give that slip to the chef. Then chef prepare your order, and then waiter goes again to the chef, collect that order from there and give it to your table. So this is how API works in between. You are giving a request, putting this on the internet on API, then API goes to the server or goes to the system from where you are requiring the information. Then this API collects the information from the system and come back to your server, come back to your client or come back to your service, then give the response to you. So in Postman, you can see if you are hitting a request, this request is going to SuccessFactor and coming back with some response.
Okay.
So, like, I would like to know, like, what are the tools right now in market available on which we can do practice for APIs?
So we will
Yes, Postman, SOAP UI. Any other?
I know only this.
Apache, Swagger, Rest Assured. These are few other examples. Like mostly we use SOAP and Postman only, but Apache is also most common one.
Okay.
So you have set up your Postman, right?
Yes.
Are you using any collections in that or directly trying you from your side only?
Yeah, I'm directly started with what success factor things like
Mhm.
select filter and
So
expand
how
upsell.
many types of requests are there? Like types of request in Postman?
In this we have a get request and a post. Um, and we have to what practice only a get post. We have a delete, I think.
Yes, it is going fine. We have like if we can terms in things in general terms also with operations now. we have get, post, and delete. These three are basic ones. Then we
Yes.
have we have put also, we have update also, but that are about an existing resources. Like we can follow up in more advanced learning, or we can do it from our side. So these are few basic, like for get, post, put, and delete. Get helps to retrieve the data from the resource, and post helps to create a new record at the source, and put also helps to edit or update any existing record, and delete helps to delete the resource from the source side. Then we have gone through navigations and success factor queries practice. If you are following up, that it's very good. So have you used basic authentication only in like in getting the request, or you have used IDP or
No,
token
only
method also?
basic path.
Only basic. Okay, great. Moreover, in coming future, you have to use IDP and token.
Okay.
So I would like to know about few things about error codes. Like sometimes while hitting the request, we get some errors also. So what are the common error codes we can get in the requests?
Yeah, getting not found error
There
and
is a code. There's a code for that, like
phone
not
not
found with
is the
definition.
not found error, and we are getting unauthorized error. I don't
What is
know.
the code for successful request?
200.
Great, I'm asking for this. So if
One
I'm
three.
take, like if we are giving incorrect credentials, authorized credentials, then what will the code come there?
We're getting 400, I think, unauthorized.
401, 401.
Yeah, 400.
Then if I'm giving the correct credentials, but I'm not getting authorized from the application has denied my authentication. And that's saying your user ID password has changed, or you are not allowed to get this information. So what will be the error code will come up there?
It's getting unauthorized, right?
Yeah, it's 403. 403. In terms of that, like we have entered correct credentials, but application denied us. Application denied to give the information to us. Then 403 will be there. Like if I'm getting any server error, server has a problem in the request. So what will be the error code will come up there?
500.
Yeah, correct. 500. So I think you have used this in your current profile also, in your current position, right?
Yes.
Yeah, great. It will be good to, you can learn easily all these things. So we have seen some filtering tools also in Postman. Have you used filter over there?
Yeah. Use
So
filter.
how we can use filter? Can you please give some brief on that?
In the filter, we have take the 1% details in the success factors. We are
Hmm.
using filter.
So how we can use filter? Just please just know me the format of that.
Means you asking path.
Not path. You can just write for filter format.
I didn't get how to tell.
Like we give the keyword, not dollar filter equal to
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
name should be equal to Rani, or his age should be greater than equal to 27 or 23. So something like this we come.
Yeah.
So we have some formatting options also. We can format our payload as per the requirement. So how we
Yes.
can
In
do that?
XML.
So now just tell me the keyword. I just told you how we can see filter. So there will be a format keyword also there.
Okay. First of all, after the question mark, we need to give and dollar
Mhm.
field
Format.
format is format also, and on the dollar symbol format equal to we need to like a JSON or XML, which one we do.
Great.
After
Very
that,
great.
sorry,
Yes, fine. It's fine.
yeah.
So
After
I
that, we
think you have gone good into the learnings as long as I have seen. And with OData, you need few other things to learn with OData and APIs. Just focus on learning of few of the basic things from SuccessFactor also. And while working on Postman, you just be aware like you are going to use all these things in integrations now. So prepare yourself according to that only. Like you are going to implement all these things now in integrations. And if you are getting the information using Postman queries, then you will be using these same queries into integration tool also. Like on middleware too, like you have not come up there for but in basic terms, what will be there, you will get some adapters, some functions will be there, some methods will be there. You have to use those methods, and then you have to run the same query how you are running in Postman now. You have to run same query over there. You can use basic authentication, or you can use IDP or token method over there. Okay, fine. I think the rest of the folks are not joining, I guess. I
Yeah,
will keep set up on that, but so
yes.
if not joining, no worry. They can go through this video lecture, and it's
I
good.
think I
Mm.
will need more practice, right, on
Yeah,
Postman.
you can. So you have any suggestion or any comments for this, like how it has gone? It's good or what's on
Yeah,
this?
yeah, Faraj.
It's good. Thank you. Uh, I can like take up more thing, but basically going on in depth, it will be confusing state only. We're not going in depth on more. Because from SuccessFactor, you don't have to link everything. You are going to learn integrations now. So in SuccessFactor, what all you have learned, that is sufficient. That's more than sufficient. I say it's good to learn all these things. But if I'm going in deep for performance, for onboarding, for offboarding, for other modules, then it will be like a complex thing will be coming up. So taking up all these things are necessary, and it's good. Just focus on OData API from SuccessFactor, focus on workflows, focus on employee profile data. In employee profile, we have many things. In employee profile, we have job, employment, person details, work schedules, work locations, department, division, organization informations. Next, we have compensations. So these are five, six things which is containing morely all the things in employee center only. That's why we call it core HR. Means it's the core of success factor. If employee center is not there in success factor, then success factor doesn't have anything to mean. It's in the starting, success factor is was named afterwards. In the starting, it's only employee central core HR. Then
Okay.
in the core HR, we have added few modules up there: onboarding, offboarding, RCM, and these performance management module. After adding these four modules, they have combined up together in one application, which is called SuccessFactor now. And it was not part of SAP earlier. Later on, SAP acquired it.
Yeah, Faraj.
Okay, great, Rani. Thank you. Have a great
Yeah,
day.
thank you, Faraj. Can you give any suggestions?
Yeah, I have given all the things which I can give, so it was
Oh,
better. Rest, I will forward up. I think it was good where you like you have learned a few things. So what I have told you, just focus on those things and just rest take something from Kabir, what he can say. I
yeah.
think we are good on that. Uh,
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting some questions also. How
yeah.
to ask interviewer? I'm getting. I'm thinking just ask only process, how to hire, how to terminate the employee in success factor. I'm
Okay.
thinking like that. But you ask another way. Okay, I have one idea how to ask interviewer. Thank you, Faraj.
Yeah, yeah. It means they will come with more in terms of like I have direct question, like if you are saying like how to hire an employee, you are saying that, but interviewer will come in a different way. They will not directly ask you these questions how we can hire an employee. They will come in another terms like how an employee will flow in directly in employee central. Directly employee central doesn't get the employee in the employee central directly. Employee central flows up from onboarding. In onboarding, employee flows up from RCM module. This is the
Okay.
hierarchy on which we work. But here, what we are seeing in the training phase, we are directly hiring an employee in Employee Central. That is not the best practice. Best practice comes up from where? It comes up from the basic modules, from RCM to onboarding, from onboarding to Employee Central. That's how an employee data flow.
Okay. Yeah.
There will
Thank you,
be
Faraj.
few questions will come up for Postman, for OData API dictionary, and have you gone through Integration Center also in SuccessFactor?
No,
Okay, no way. You will this will come next
we
factor
covered
after
all
Postman.
things.
After Postman, it will come next round. Okay, great. Thank you, Rani.
Yeah. Thank you, Faraj. Thank you so much. can I leave? Or no?
Yeah, you can drop off.